What if Hulk never lost control because of her? We all remember that iconic moment in Avengers Age of Ultron, the lullaby. Black Widow's gentle touch calming the savage beast. But what if that wasn't a one-time trick? What if her presence became the permanent anchor for the Hulk, the one thing that kept the monster at bay and Bruce Banner in control? Let's dive into this alternate timeline. It begins, as it did in our world, with a moment of pure chaos. The Hulk is on a rampage, a green-skinned force of nature tearing through a city. The military is useless. Iron Man's Hulkbuster armor is taking a beating, and the world holds its breath. But then, Natasha Romanoff steps forward. No weapons, no fear. Just her hand, extended. "Hey, big guy," she says, her voice a whisper amidst the destruction. The sun's getting real low. But this time, something different happens. As her hand touches his, the transformation isn't just physical, it's deeper. The green recedes, a new kind of calm washing over him. Bruce Banner stands there, trembling, but fully himself. He looks at Natasha, not with the usual post-Hulk shame, but with a dawning realization. She isn't just calming the monster, she's connecting with the man inside. From that day on, the dynamic shifts. The lullaby is no longer needed. Just Natasha's presence is enough. If she's in the room, Bruce can feel the Hulk's rage simmering, but it's a distant hum, not a roaring fire. If she touches his hand, it's gone completely. She's become his emotional ground wire. The Avengers are baffled, but relieved. Suddenly, their most unpredictable weapon is their most reliable. Missions become drastically different. Need to smash a Hydra base? Tony Stark just says, "Nat, mind taking a walk with Bruce?" They go in, she stands by, and the Hulk emerges focused and controlled. He's no longer a wrecking ball. He's a surgical instrument of immense power. He can listen to commands, distinguish between friend and foe with perfect clarity, and even communicate with guttural but intelligent responses. He's not just the Avengers' muscle. He's their smartest heavy hitter. This changes everything. Without the constant fear of the Hulk going on a rampage, the Sokovia Accords might never even be written. Or at least, they'd be drastically different. The public's fear of superhumans would lessen. The Hulk, once a symbol of uncontrollable destruction, is now seen as a protector, always accompanied by his steadfast guardian, the Black Widow. News reports showed him not just in battle, but in quiet moments afterward, Hulk sitting patiently while Natasha debriefs the team. He's a gentle giant, as long as she's near. Of course, this bond has profound personal implications. For Bruce, it's a miracle. For the first time since the Gamma accident, he feels whole. The constant terror of the other guy is replaced by a quiet confidence. He can sleep through the night. He can have a conversation without looking over his shoulder. He's free. And all that freedom, all that peace, is tied to one person, Natasha. He falls deeply in love with her, a love born from profound gratitude and genuine connection. For Natasha, it's more complicated. She, a woman who has always built walls, who has used control and detachment as her armor, suddenly finds herself being the emotional anchor for the most powerful being on the planet. At first, it's a duty, a strategic advantage for the team. But she can't deny the connection. She sees the gentle soul inside the Hulk, the brilliant mind of Bruce Banner. She sees how he looks at her, with a vulnerability no one has ever shown her before. The spy who was trained to have no attachments finds herself becoming the most important attachment in the world. She finds herself falling in love too. Their relationship blossoms in the quiet corners of the Avengers Tower. Shared coffees, late-night lab sessions, and training exercises where she's the only one who can spar with the Hulk without fear. The team notices, of course. Tony cracks jokes. Steve gives knowing smiles. It's the talk of the tower. But their bond becomes a new kind of vulnerability. What happens if Natasha is captured? What happens if she's hurt? Their enemies will quickly realize that the key to unleashing the mindless Hulk is to take away his anchor. Black Widow, already a target, now has a giant green bullseye painted on her back. Imagine the events of Civil War. With a stable Hulk on his side, Does Captain America's faction stand a chance? Or does the conflict even happen? Maybe a controlled, articulate Hulk could have helped bridge the gap between Tony and Steve, offering a perspective they both respected. He could have explained the need for oversight while defending their right to choose. The entire conflict could have been averted. Now, let's fast forward to Thanos. The Black Order arrives on Earth. When Ebony Maw and Cull Obsidian come for the Time Stone, it's a different fight. Bruce doesn't struggle to bring out the Hulk. He just looks at Natasha. She nods, and the Green Goliath emerges, ready and focused. Thanos is coming. He might rumble, his voice clear. He's not just a brawler, he's a strategist. Working with Doctor Strange and Iron Man, this focused Hulk could have easily overwhelmed the initial attack in New York. The battle in Wakanda would be a game changer. Imagine Hulk fighting with the intelligence of Banner and the full force of his power, leading the charge against the Outriders. He wouldn't be overwhelmed. He'd be a general on the field. And when Thanos arrives, it's not a one-sided beatdown. The Hulk, remembering their last encounter, but now fighting with a purpose to protect Natasha, to protect his world, will be a true contender. He could coordinate with Thor, with Captain Marvel, creating a united front that Thanos couldn't just brush aside. Perhaps the snap never happens. Perhaps, with the Hulk at his full focus potential, they manage to get the gauntlet off. Or maybe, when the time comes for someone to wield the stones, it's the Hulk who steps up. With Natasha by his side, providing the emotional stability. He might be the one being on Earth capable of withstanding the full power of the Infinity Stones and surviving. He could snap his fingers and bring everyone back without sacrificing himself or Tony. In this world, Bruce and Natasha get their happy ending. They might retire after the war, finding a quiet place where the Hulk is just a memory and Bruce Banner can finally live in peace with the woman who saved him. The Avengers will be forever changed, not just by a romance, but by the discovery that the greatest strength isn't rage, but the connection that tames it. It's a powerful reminder that even in a world of gods and monsters, the most powerful force of all is a human heart.